I'm here, finally here at the bins, and this is what it looks like. And this is what it looks like. And this is what it looks like. Welcome to the channel. How are you? How are you doing? This is Benny. I have a story time. I want to talk about my very traumatizing experience at the Goodwill bins. Okay, it's the Goodwill Outlet, otherwise known as the bins. I'm not going to go into what the Goodwill Outlet is. I want you to, just type in Goodwill Outlets on YouTube. I wanted to tell a story, okay? This is my story at the bins. I had never gone to the bins. I watched videos. They gave instructions as to what to do. And off we went, me and Mr. Man, to the Goodwill bins, the Goodwill Outlet in New Jersey. Now, it's not like there's only one, but there was only one that I knew of, and it's about 9 or 10 minutes away from here. So I was like, oh, perfect, right? So, like I said, the bins are a little bit different. It's not a retail store. These are the rejects, so to speak. I shouldn't call it that. But these are all of the abandoned items and clothing, contributions from, all across the United States. Somehow it lands from state to state. People's contributions that go to the retail store does not get sold, and now they are thrown in these gigantic, massive blue bins for the last chance, okay? And so people are coming to purchase, dumpster dive, if you will. I can't call it shopping, but they come to dumpster dive in the bins, and you purchase by the pound. Okay, and so you'll see the little price tags on the clothing items. Like, for any of you who do this, I'm sorry for explaining. Went to the bins. I was totally traumatized. Me and Mr. Man. We go in. Okay, first of all, I go to film. I want to film this. Like, this is a show. And no sooner than I got in there, I'll just show you. I'll show you right here. I'm here, finally here at the bins, and this is what it looks like. Okay, no problem. So you saw, no sooner than I got in there, this woman came over, very aggressive and abusive, and she said, turn off your camera, and I don't understand, because I watch so many videos of people filming in the outlets. So I don't know if it's a New Jersey thing. I don't know. But no sooner than I pulled out my camera, she's telling me that I can't do it. So I was probably too obvious, but it's all good. I won't do it the next time. All right. If there's a next time, because I got to tell my story. I was so traumatized. So tell me, do you know about the bins? Do you know about the outlet? Have you ever been to the Goodwill bins outlet? All right, so Mr. Man and I, we went. We don't know what we're doing. All I knew is I was supposed to wear gloves. We go in, I'm looking at all of these. It's like a massive warehouse. I didn't even see the people over in the corner. Okay, just imagine people over in the corner. I didn't see them. All right, we go in, I see carts, and I'm like, okay, I guess I just, nobody is out there at the bins. So we go over to the carts, and I start pushing my cart over to these massive blue bins of junk. All right. All of a sudden, this lady comes out and she's like, "What are you doing? No, you can't do that. You have to stand over there." And I'm like, "Okay, why are you talking to me like that? Why are you talking to me like that, first of all?" I'm just telling you, you have to go over there. You know, she's like, "You have to go over there." So I was like, "Okay, all right, what's over there?" I look over and I was like, oh my goodness. It was like a bunch of people in a sardine can by these little dirty sofas, okay? And they're all sitting down in on these little dirty sofas, and she's leading us over there. So I'm like, "Okay, I've never been here before, miss. Never been here. All right, I'll go over." But I'm not sitting down, okay? I'm not sitting down. So we go over, and you know, I'm looking around, and you know, these little dirty sofas that I guess that they're selling or whatever, and people are sitting on them waiting for who knows. I have no idea. So we stand there, and out comes a woman with an announcement. Now mind you, there's a whole bunch of people over here sitting, and I'm standing. Mr. Man is like, he is not even paying any attention to any of this. Thank God he decided to go with me, but he's like intensely on his phone, and he's not, like, he's there in theory, but he is not there in spirit. So I could see quickly that I was kind of on my own, right? So I was talking to the people around me, because he had no room for this situation, and I don't blame him. I was just trying to make it through because I was traumatized from the abrasiveness of the lady. Out comes a lady, and she has a white box, and she's walking up, and when she walks up with this white box, you can't see what's in it, and the people start standing up. Like, everybody knew to stand up. Now, I was already standing up because I was not sitting on those little sofas. Everybody stands up, and they know the drill. Like, they know what's about to happen. Now, don't take offense. I'm just going to talk the way I heard this lady speaking to us. She says, "Do you see this box? In this box, I have many weapons. I have knives. I have needles." And she's picking the stuff out. Oh, I happen to have some hairpins here. I happen to have some hairpins. I have knives. I have needles. I have little pieces of glass. This is what I have. Okay. These are in the bins. So, I ask of you to wear your gloves. Wear your gloves. Does everyone have gloves? Wear your gloves. And be very careful. She starts talking about bloodborne pathogens and how you can get stuck and, you know, diseases. And she's just like, by the time she was finished with her warnings, I'm like, why do I want to do this? Why do I want to shop here? Oh my goodness. So I gotta be clear. Resellers, fashion resellers or hard good resellers, come to the outlets for goodies, as they call them, that they dig in these massive bins of junk, and they flip the items. Okay, for the people that flip clothes, they're looking for name brands, and okay, and that's what I was going to attempt to do. The lady says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to count to 3. But she's still holding the box. She's not doing all of this. I'm like a hand talker, right? But she's still holding the box after she's, you know. And she says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to count to 3. And when I count to 3, all of you must go to the right of me, and you must go to the cart. Get your cart, and you will shop. Now, when I count to 3, you are not to run this is what the lady is saying. So I'm standing there like, what the hell am I in? What is this? Because this is not the retail store, okay? One lady was saying to me, listen, I don't know what this is. I just wanted a size 10 pants. I was thinking to myself, good luck, right? You're not gonna find a size 10 pants in this place. She says, on the count of 3, you walk, you do not run. You are to be friendly to one another. You are not to touch one another. You are not to hit one another. You are not to push one another. We are here to love on each other. I am not making this up. I wanted to go. I just wanted to leave because this is too weird for me. But I'm like, I gotta see this through. And gosh, I wanted to film this, but they wouldn't let me. So she says, 1, 2, 3. And then all of a sudden, people are, bombarding me, and Mr. Man is still very much disconnected. He's there with me in body, but his spirit, I don't even know that his spirit left the building. I don't think his spirit even entered the building, okay? And so off everybody goes. They're not running, but they are walking briskly, okay? To say the least. And I have to keep up because they're gonna run me over. I walk over to the bins where the clothes are, and like I said, from what I've seen on videos, this is my first time. I'm traumatized, and next thing you know, I'm like throwing clothes everywhere, and all I'm looking for brand names. I'm making sure that the clothes don't have holes in them. I'm making sure that the clothes don't have stains on them and strings and things, and did I say dirt? I am so traumatized by this experience because the bins are dirty. And I'm a germaphobe, okay? I'm a germaphobe. I've got on my mask. I've got glasses on. I got my gloves on. I'm carrying a bag to put all of this crap in. And it was just all too much. I didn't want to fight, right? I'm anticipating a fight in here because, she's like, be kind to others. And in America, nobody's kind. I'm sorry. We're not. Anybody from the UK or other countries, Australia, watching my channel, we are not kind to one another here. So I'm anticipating a fight, and and Mr. Man, his shell of a body is there with me, but he ain't talking. Like, he's there, but I think he was traumatized too. I'm throwing clothes everywhere. I'm just looking, and I'm not paying attention really to what I'm picking up. I'm just making sure that it might be a decent brand name. It looks like a halfway decent clothing item, and it doesn't have filth and dirt and bed bugs and bloodborne needles. And I was so traumatized. I know I'm being dramatic, but this is how I was feeling. I was so traumatized by this experience, and all I could think about are these resellers that have these videos, that have these channels, and they're talking about all of this magnificent stuff that they found at the bins. And I'm skipping parts of this story, okay, because like they're bringing bins out, and they're taking bins back in behind this curtain or door, I should say. And for me, I'm just like, what the hell is this? What is this? And why do I want to do this? Why? So there are a lot of people out here. How many of you like to dumpster dive? I have never dumpster dived in my life. And this seemed to be like more of a controlled dumpster diving experience with several mean and aggressive women to tell you what to do and to tell you what not to do. You don't do this. You can't do that. Like, no positive energy whatsoever, right? So I grab all my stuff, right? I put it in the cart. They weigh it, and off I go. Okay, so I got 18 items to be exact. At the time, I didn't count. I didn't know. She charged $14. I didn't know what the heck I had. I just knew I got to get out of here. This place is filthy. I got to get out of here. So, you know, I leave. I still got the gloves on. Fortunately, they gave me bags to put the stuff in. And off I went with these bags of monsters, okay? Because they are not clothes to me. They are dirty little monsters with a past, okay? Just think about it. Think about it. These clothes have seen everything, right? They've been on bodies that were happy, bodies that were sad, bodies that were mad, bodies that were in love, bodies that were angry, bodies that fought, bodies that lost. Like, these clothes have been to New York and New Jersey. They might have traveled to Australia. These clothes have been on people all over the place. Imagine that. And then they get donated, right? And then they get on hangers, and now they're hanging in stores, and then people pick over them, and then they don't buy them, and now they're thrown in dumpsters. Okay? And then here I come. I'm listening to these resellers, and they're talking about how they purchased a fur coat for $1, and now they're selling it for $500 on eBay or on Poshmark. So I'm not saying that they're giving you a false sense of being able to flip and get rich, but I am saying that, you know, every state is not created equal. If you are dumpster diving, binge shopping, outlet going, whatever you want to call it, let's say in Florida or in California, your experience is going to be just a little bit different than New Jersey, okay? Because I personally don't foresee some people of New Jersey. I don't see high fashion here. I'm not knocking anybody from New Jersey watching the video, okay? I'm not knocking New Jersey, but I'm just saying, I don't see them as fashion forward. So the stuff that was in these bins, you know, was not piled high. You know, I wasn't finding Louis Vuitton and Gucci and Prada in these bins. But I'll be watching some of these girls on these videos, and they got like I got this Louis Vuitton bag for $1, and now I'm selling it for $5,000. Like, you know, this is what is being said. Doesn't mean it's not happening, but I said all of that to say this was an experience. I took my little bags of monsters to get them laundered. I never took it out of my car, and God forbid was I going to bring that stuff in my house, right? Took it straight to be laundered, and now I have clothing items that are nice and crisp and soft and lovely, all right? And when I picked them up from the laundry place, that's when I actually saw what I had purchased. Because I gotta tell you, being in there, I was just throwing stuff. I had on the gloves. I was just picking rapidly, and I just needed to get out of there. So that was my first experience at the bins. If I see that I'm doing well in terms of purchase, you know, customers purchasing, maybe I'll go back. Maybe a different state, maybe. We plan on traveling to Florida soon, so I don't know that I'll go to the bins, but I may go to the retail store. I don't know about traveling and going to the bins somewhere else. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm so new to this. I'm excited about it because there is an element to enjoy. It's a lot of work, but that was traumatizing. And so that's my story. At any rate, I'm going to now do a thrift haul to show you my items. Don't laugh at my items. Don't you laugh at my items, right? I'm going to show you. And as I proceed and progress, this was like dumpster dive 101. I'm sure I will improve, but just imagine I was moving very quickly. So I'm going to give you a haul so that you can see what I got. 18 items for around $14, which averages for like $1.39, something around that, per piece. Okay, and tell me how you like it.